If you're just starting to carve, there's your basic tools. A set would be a smaller vise, a vise, to clamp down ivory in, and then your hacksaw. Your saw is a hacksaw, a coping saw, and files. You need files, a flat one, and one a half round. And you need one of these files, a 3-corner, to sharpen your blade on your coping saw, and a small motor tool with these bits in general that you use to shape. You'll make your basic shapes with these. This one, I'd say, is the one I use the most. You use that bit to shape out. And there's this one here also, which is more conical shape to do more shaping. And then for finer work, that's a type of bit. And this one, like to make lines. Those four are pretty much your basic starter cutter bits. And the small motor tool, is just a small Dremel. There's a sharpener there. There's a cleaner here. These are good to clean out your bits. And there's your files. And then, of course, there's the sanding drums. There's another sharpener. There's like to make round, like on finish work, to make round on your pieces.
Round holes?
Yeah. Oh yeah, this one here is actually the best to use to clean your files and your cutter bits. And you got your sandpaper. They range from 150 to 220, 320, and you could go up to 400, but I usually just go up to 320. For hand sanding, this was just a catalog or something that I wrapped tape over, and then, there's a buffing compound for, to shine your work. As you carve more, you could get more tools, like a bandsaw or sander, but those are your basic tools. And so I use these gloves for protection and to keep the oils off the carvings. And also it has a grip, a better grip. I could hold ivory better and the tools better with these. And then there's the power tools. There's a 4-inch flex shaft and the heavier motor tool that I use. There's there's cutter bits. There's the various types and sizes. I'll use this for heavy removal of material. And I generally use this for the fine work, the finer work and shaping. A drill and a sander, orbital sander. And of course, there's the sanders, electrical sander, there's bandsaw, buffer. So that's pretty much the tools. There's the different bits. This one is an inverted cone. It has a sharp point, and these bits are good for making, there's the lines of the whale and also his fin. Like for this one here, and this is a larger one. It's the same thing but larger. It's good to round off on your carvings, and then to do like there's a roundness of the face of the salmon. There's various bits are good for various things. Like for instance, this one I am gonna use to make the mouth of the man. And then for this one here, it's good to make small circles. There's a different bits to shape. Like for instance, this one, when I make like a dancer, for instance, in between the legs, that's what this bit is good for. And then for the really fine stuff, there's these little miniature ones. This one's a ball.
Now some of these are double cut, right? They're double spirals. Are those better for ivory?
There's a double cut is used to take off more material. Now on the single cut, like this one here, is good to take off less material, and if you're in tight spaces, to where it won't jam or bump out. There's a double cuts. If you grind on them too hard, they will jump back out. The main ones I use is this one here to take off a lot of material. And then this one here there's a finer work. On a carving, if there's a detail work, I'll use this one here. And this one also. This one's a small buffer, like if I make masks and like the hard to reach space, I'll use this one to buff. And then of course there's the drills to make the eyes.
So all the tools that you have there you use for something almost.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Sharp tools, yes. I can't emphasize enough sharp tools, and keep your tools sharp and clean. Yeah, when there's like ivory embedded in your files or your bits, get a wire brush and clean them up. Back, 20 years ago, there's a blade would last you a long time, and it would keep the edge longer than these after you sharpen them. But to sharpen them, you just put it on a vise, just go over it a little bit.
So you're just doing one groove one time?
Yeah, yep, just a little bit. you know, you don't have to go the full length of the file, you'll take too much off of the edge, but just a little bit to sharpen it. Over time from sharpening, there's a teeth will get smaller and smaller. You pretty much use it till it breaks, you know.